It should like hit. Like if I walk up to a girl and I'm like, "You're a bitch," she'd be like, "What you say?" But I go, "You fucking cunt," and she's like, "My children will hear stories about your death."
Welcome, everyone. All 5 viewers.
We have 5 people. Well, we have 3 cameras.
3 cameras.
3 cameras
and
watching
0
us.
camera operators.
You can only have these shots. That's it.
Welcome to the show that doesn't have a name.
We
Today
are the man with no name.
we have Zorango.
Zarango?
Zorango.
Zorango.
Zoringa. Anyways, I have 5. I have a book, the Me Journal, and I always have to give credit because that's one of my pet peeves on the internet is when people don't give credit. So it's by Shane Windham. Windham. Thank you. And it's a journal, personal questions, but I want to ask Martin some. Oh, this is an age-old question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 4 things you would buy if you had $1 million.
A car.
All right.
Frame 1, a car. Frame 2 would be a house, kind of like in the interior of BC, and I would move my entire family out there, and my grandma and my grandpa and my parents, because they all need a place to retire. People are getting old, man. So I think it'd be cool to be able to build like 3 or 4 houses on the property.
Just build a townhouse complex, but it's like each a mansion for each of them. Also,
Yeah.
this is only $1 million, but
Well, they don't need a mansion. Like 1, 2-bedroom house. Like they're quaint people. They're all hippies, so like they don't need a lot of space.
okay.
Yeah. The third thing is going to be, man, I don't really want all that much.
Oh, how humble.
I'm gonna buy an audience for my TV show.
Sorry, what's your TV show?
My TV show is called Smash Talk. Check it out every other Wednesday. It is spectacular. I love it. Thanks for the plug. I appreciate that. The fourth thing is going to be, damn, dude. I want a garage, like a nice garage.
Is that not part of the house you're buying?
No, like the house would be one thing, and then the garage would be like a totally separate entity. It would have like a room up top with a loft, and down low would be like a place that I
So
could.
would this be a separate building, or
Yes.
you would add it on to your house?
It would be a separate building.
Oh, okay.
And it would have a place for like a cool place to hang
So
out.
instead,
with a pool
you don't
table.
actually want a car. You want a bunch of cars.
Yeah. Well, I want my commuter, and then I want my fancy car, and then I want the old car that I work on to be able to get it souped up, and then once I finally have it done.
But you never actually work on it.
Well, like once in a
Isn't
while.
that how it works?
Yeah, no, I keep it in there, and once in a while I just like, grease a knob.
And then you sell it to a show on History Channel.
Yeah, that's a dream.
American Pickers.
I'm down. If I could have a 5th thing with $1 million, I think it would be to get my helicopter pilot's license. I always wanted to be a helicopter
Does that come
pilot.
alongside a helicopter or just a license?
Just the license. I don't think I can afford a helicopter with that $1 million on top of the other things that I got.
All right. What is I don't even know what this means, but what is the most spiritual place you've ever been to?
Tofino.
What is spiritual about Tofino?
So I don't know if it was Tofino itself, but I went there just a year or 2 ago with my girlfriend and my group of really close friends. And we went on the beach and we did mushrooms. And I, for the first time in my life, was able to get naked on the beach at night and feeling the wind caress my body while I run around on the beach. I felt as free as a bird. And then you would run, and the sand that would kick up would have bioluminescent algae. So you would kick sand, and it would sparkle like like stars. Well, I guess technically suns, their own little suns. And it just kind of blew my mind, and it was such a great release because during that time, it was right when all the TGS acquisition was happening, and I was making my transition from my day job to like doing this like production, what I love, and having that moment as like the catalyst of this is me starting my new life and like trying to do better and be better and kind of evolve in that moment was very spiritual.
So was it Tofino or the shrooms?
A mixture of both. A little bit column A, a little
All
bit column
right,
B.
All right, we'll do this one like kind of rapid fire.
Cool.
You can give some context, but don't get hung up in the sea of stars that gets kicked up every time you kick the sand.
It was amazing.
It actually sounds super cool, but I don't know how much of it was shrooms and how much of it was reality.
100% reality. I did it the next night and the night after.
Shrooms?
No. Shut.
All right, rapid fire. And this is going to be about, since you know me decently well now,
Okay.
it's going to be questions about me that you're answering.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I just flipped to this page, all right?
Okay.
In what part of the world do you imagine me being the most happy?
Japan.
Okay. What would you use to lure me into a trap?
What would I use to lure you into a trap? That's a pretty good one. Probably either Pokemon cards or a camera.
All right, that's a good thing. That's not what I was expecting.
Really, what were you thinking?
Hentai.
Turtles.
What things remind you of me?
Initially, right off the bat, Tarkov.
Fair. All right, we play a lot of Tarkov. Soon to be streamed on twitch.tv/
Zarango Rage.
Connorcon or the gaming stadium. I don't know any of them. What is your favorite moment we've shared?
Honestly, one of the best moments that we've shared, in my opinion, which kicked it all off, was us going to get Chinese food after we hung out here all night, one night. Was it Chinese food?
Yeah, it was Chinese. It was the only place that was open.
We tried like 3 places.
Yeah, it was the only place that was open, and they were closing as well. And they're like, okay, we'll let you eat if you finish in like 30 minutes.
I think we took longer than that.
Yeah, she came to our table and gave us sass. But I remember we sat down. I was awkward as hell because I'm always awkward with new people. And then you literally look at me and you're like, why don't you make eye contact? I'm like, it's like, don't call me out like that, man.
I'm like, look into my eyes.
It was horrible. And then I was actually trying to make eye contact with you for the rest of the night. I was like,
I know, it worked really well. And then we formed a connection, and now we've been friends ever since.
I should have just done the thing where you just stare at the forehead instead.
No, we wouldn't have made a connection. We wouldn't be here right now if that was the case. It's because you looked into my eyes and we soul connected.
Pick the last page.
Chat, which page is it going to be, chat?
I was actually gonna do page numbers, but there's no page numbers on it, unfortunately. It would have been really good if there were. Okay, this is gonna be, these 2 pages actually go together, so it's gonna be another rapid fire.
Okay.
I have no clue. I haven't read any of it. What is your least favorite and most favorite for each category? You ready?
Okay.
Chair type.
Least favorite definitely has to be just a standard school chair. I hate the plastic on my butt.
Like the one with like the 3 slots in the back?
Yeah, I hate it. The feeling of plastic on my bottom is bad because I don't have an ass, so it's really painful. And my most favorite definitely has to be a rocking chair, like on a porch, like an old wooden rocking chair.
Like the one that's actually like a crescent and it like this.
Yeah.
All right, and then gum.
My least favorite probably has to be Bubblicious. It loses flavor way too fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for bubbles, but like, no. And my favorite is actually Trident. I keep Trident with me most of the time. I will either get this flavor or the peach flavor.
You heard it here. Fuck Bubblicious.
Fuck Bubblicious.
Trident sponsor Smash Talk, please.
Please. I could use a Trident sponsorship.
That'd actually be sick. Favorite and least favorite kind of coat.
My least favorite kind of coat probably has to be windbreakers. I've never been a fan. They're always like plasticky and weird. And
Like more of a fashion statement than an actual useful coat, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And my favorite has to be leather coats. I have an old leather coat that my grandpa gave me when I was like 10, and it was way, way too big on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that much too big.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's almost a little bit too small. But I wear it anyways, and I'm gonna get the interior refinished.
You're all grown up. We'll extend this to esports or anything but sports team.
Oh, my least favorite sports team is Detroit Red Wings, and my most favorite sports team is Toronto Maple Leafs. And that stems from also childhood, because everyone was like, yeah, I'm a Detroit fan. I'm like, fuck you, you're Canadian. you should be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. And they're like, you're stupid. You don't win Stanley Cups. And I'm like, fuck you.
I got him. All right. Stove.
So my least favorite stove is the one I have in my house. It fucking sucks, and I wish I had a different one. It's one of those like basic bitch stoves, and I swear to God, it's from the 90s.
Is it a gas one?
No.
No. It's a 90s electric stove.
90s electric stove. It sucks.
Sounds like a hazard.
And my favorite kind of stove would definitely have to be like a nice stainless steel top with like 8 different places to be able to put my pans.
Wow. I was honestly expecting you just to say like Bosch or something.
Oh.
Because apparently I know more stove brands than I should. But
how many? List all your stove brands.
Bosch.
Yeah. I know more than I should. List them all. 1.
I'm trying to think back because
KitchenAid.
My aunt was the boss. I don't know her actual title. At a appliance distribution.
That's cool.
When I went to her work as a kid, it would be cool because we'd always walk through the showroom and see all the new stuff, and then we'd go into the back and then see all the employees, and she's the boss of them all, and then she opens her drawer and she's like, hey, you want gummies that I have hidden in my drawer? That's kind of what I'm going for there, but I don't have kids visiting me. When Spiro's son comes to visit, though, I'll be his favorite TGS employee.
That's valid.
Hey, want candy? Want gummy? Another gummy? Another gummy?
And then the kid's like, have fun, Spiro.
All right. Swear word.
My least favorite swear word definitely has to be the word bitch. Because it's so basic. I hate it. Basic bitch.
Funny enough, that's the one I call you all the time.
Yeah, I hate it.
Bitch.
Just because you're basic.
I know.
My favorite swear word probably has to be cunt.
I was actually going to say the same thing.
It's really good. It's devastating.
It hits so hard.
That's the point of a swear word. It should hit. Like if I walk up to a girl and I'm like, you're a bitch, she'd be like, what you say? But I go, you fucking cunt. And she's like, my children will hear stories about your death.
Well, that's the thing though. Like growing up, my parents were always like, oh, fuck is such a bad word. Like, don't say it. But now, like, I hear it all the time from everyone, but I never hear that word.
Right.
Time of day to exercise.
The worst for me is morning. The best is mid-afternoon.
A little less offensive than the first one, but just word.
Least favorite word. It used to be my name. I hated hearing my name. Because the only time people really say your name is when they either want something from you or they're mad at you. Like 95% of the time.
Martin.
Ugh.
Middle name. Byerly.
My middle name is Stanley.
Martin Stanley Byerly.
Very strong name. Yeah. My favorite word to hear is probably is it just a single word?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Favorite word to hear has to be, I'm proud of you, son.
All right. And last one. Workout.
Least favorite workout is legs. Fuck leg day. I hate leg day. I have long fucking legs, dude. Like, these things go for days. You know how hard it is to do a squat? I go like a mile and a half up and then back down. It's brutal. My favorite actually has to be back. It used to be chest, but because I've started learning the intricacies of how to activate different parts of my back, it's definitely back day.
Solid. All right. Thank you for letting me... Oh,
do I get to ask you a question now?
Thank you for letting me dive deep into the brain of Martin Stanley Byerly. I almost fucked that up. Hello. Different day, different hat. I just finished editing the first episode, and, it's nothing special, but it feels really nice to just make something. And to sit down and chat with Martin was a lot of fun, and I really want to do it with more friends. So yeah, to my 5 viewers, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode where we feature my good old friend from high school, Sid. Or check out these videos. I don't know. Or click off. Maybe you should go play some Tarkov. Yeah, play Tarkov.